Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining in for another session on Climate Smart Solutions, the series that we have been hosting for the past 2-3 months now. Today's topic is related to sugarcane juicing, which is a solution meant for retail businesses, and how that enables diversification of different services that a retail business can offer as well. So today, taking us through will be Madhu Babu, my colleague, who will be taking us through the solution, details of the solution. Then we have a end user joining in along with our technology partners also who will be joining in. We will be opening up for question and answers at the end of the session. So I'll request everybody to add their questions in the chat box, and we'll take all of them at the end of the session. Over to you, Madhu.
Thank you, Susan. Good afternoon, everyone. So we'll be going through the context and mainly what are all the challenges in the sugarcane juice making entrepreneurs, specifically for retail entrepreneurs, and then what kind of solutions that we're going to take you through, and then usually what is the process that is being followed traditionally, and what kind of modernized technologies that we are going to explain. Then some of the case studies, and there are some of the end users also sharing their experience on how the solutions are being used, and their feedback, and some of the ecosystem essentials to begin the business. What kind of ecosystem that you need to get. So mainly, if you see the sugarcane growing pattern in India, I think India is the second largest country in terms of sugarcane production. Following, there are some of the states in India like Maharashtra, UP, Karnataka, which are very highly grown sugarcane. I think most of the sugarcane, 95%, I would say more than that, it is being used for sugar production or jaggery production. But when it comes to retail thing, it is very minimal capacity in terms of overall thing that is being consumed in the retail sector. So traditionally, we see market, a lot of diesel operated sugarcane juice extractors, which are like very old machines people run with IC engines or even this diesel machines. The main problem with these machines are people put 3 to 4 times they do the crushing, because the machine since the technology is very old, and the people keep extracting that 4 or 5 times the cane center. And in terms of safety, if you look at uh, there are people I witnessed, some people accidentally they put hand inside that machine. The things are very unhygiene, and there isn't any safety measures for this the traditional diesel operated machines, and which is also very labor intensive, and they whole day, usually sugarcane is grown all over all the seasons, and there are some areas where the seasonality effect is there. But yeah, so a lot of people always need to do a lot of drudgerous work, and people who are consuming the sugarcane, when there is a diesel operated machine, they also feel little uncomfortable when the smoke spreads over. So there are some of the mechanized solutions in terms of what we there are a lot of big, different capacities. But what we found is for retail sector who are doing juice for 100, 200, max 300 glasses a day. The minimum capacity, zero point 0.5 HP, energy efficient, the gear driven mission, which is most compatible. And we got a lot of feedback from users we had implemented, which is most efficient than the traditional ways how people do. And even there are some areas people also do manual extraction where they rotate with the same machine with the hand, and they extract the juice. And the new machinery is what we were talking about, the energy efficient models, which can actually extract 94% of the juice. Like, one time if we pass the raw sugar cane one, which can almost, there is no need of again doing multiple times, feeding the crush and the cane and so even in terms of safety also, like, there is no point of worrying about safety things. It is very easy, even with a woman or even a single hand, we can easily operate the machine. So usually the practice for traditionally how they do, they take the sugarcane and clean the upper layer with a tool, because otherwise, all the dirt and there are some of the fungus which is formed in the sugarcane. That is they clean it and then they extract it with different machineries. But what we mapped is majorly like when it comes to the mechanized solutions, there are some of the cleaning machineries, those are there, where we can just keep the raw sugarcane and it can remove all the upper layer at least, not the skin, but at least it can, the machine can clean the upper dust and, the waste debris particles. And then as we said, energy efficient, either solar or electrical energy efficient emissions, those are already been there in the market. And we integrated with solar energy and, we have been implemented. And some of the people use raw ice, like, they get external ice and put it in the glass. Some people like keeping ice, or some people, may not like, adding extra ice into the glass. But the thing is, like, this ice also, like how it is being taken from the factories, or the other sources. Sometimes they use random water. We don't know how high is in that water, and they add ice cubes and that. So where we also recommending to use refrigerators, where it can be integrated with as a crusher or even the refrigerator, so that they can directly store the canes, the cleaned canes. They can store it in the refrigerator, and no need of ice. Directly they can take out from the refrigerator, and they can extract the juice. So these are some of the technical details about sugarcane peeling machine, which is actually 1 HP capacity. Mostly, I think these peeler machines are useful for people who are doing little bulk capacity. Let's say 300, 500 glasses a day, where a lot of time if they're spending on cleaning itself. For those people, it is very helpful. And there is a dia also, like all the sugarcane again, like a 30 to 40 centimeter dia, the raw cane we can actually insert, and machine can able to clean the upper layer. And then the extractor, which is, as I said, this is half HP capacity. We can feed one cane at a time, and per minute, I think 1 liter it could be able to extract the juice, and it is very faster than the traditional way of doing sugarcane. And also, the machine can be like very compactable. We can keep it in a, it's like a kind of tabletop. You can put it in a grocery shop or a mobile, or easily it can be fit in any a small petty shop as well. So the ideally how it runs by solar energy is like basically there will be a solar panel. The solar panel capacity ranges from 200 to 400, depends on what is that backup that we want to keep it. For example, some people are having a demand of 100 glasses. We'll design solar system according to that. Or if some people having higher demand in peak seasons, 500 glasses they want to extract, we can still customize the solar system according to the end user need. So usually this is an AC operated machine. So the solar energy is stored in the battery through the inverter, and the machine operates through the inverter. And so specifically in terms of batteries, if we want to talk about, we use lead acid batteries when it comes to fixed cases. Let's say the petty shop, grocery shop, or where it is a standalone juice shop model, we use regular lead acid batteries. But when it comes to mobile, if the user want to keep this entire unit in a vehicle, so there might be possibilities that we can change the batteries into SMF, or some sealed batteries, so that when it is in a travel, so the batteries can be more stable, and they can go anywhere and do the serve the sugar consumption. And the refrigerators, there are, generally there are a lot of refrigerator capacities, 100, 200, 300 like that. But, we need to choose the capacity based on our production capacity. Minimum, we would say that, available capacity in market is 100 liter, and where we can keep two, if we can cut and keep at least two bundles of sugarcane inside the refrigerator. Some people use that glass, display model, and few people use even regular refrigerators. Anything we can set the temperature between 5 to 10 degrees, and it can keep game cool, and which is sufficient for people when they crush the juice, and easily we can able to consume without adding any ice at all. And there is another model we had, this mobile unit, which is actually a prefabricated model. This mobile unit comes along with a solar panel, machine, batteries, everything inside. So user can able to, if they have a 1 to 2 kilometer radius, easily they could able to carry to the popular places. So there is an option that people can also tie this with their bikes or some of the vehicles. But the speed, some limitations were there. But there is a they can able to do some customization. They can also carry to the popular locations and serve the juice. This is also half HP, same half HP capacity, the mobile one, and which comes with the 300 watt panels on top here, 165 into 2 panels on top. And also, sometimes even it has a lighting and mobile plug-in thing where even nighttime also they can able to serve the juice. There are lights on top, and there is other things that sometimes the sugarcane might not be available some of the regions throughout the year. So where there is an option that people also can integrate different other fruit juices or coconuts and all. This is the one of the uh, uh, implementation that we had done in Bangalore and Assam, where the entire unit comes along with the mission, some of the manual tools where they can also have an option of serving fruit juice, coconuts, so those are some. And the only one thing is that always these mobile units has to be under sunshine, so it can charge the batteries well from solar. So what happens usually? So people like to stay under a tree or some of the cities. There is a possibility that panels might not get batteries might not get very well charged. At least user has to make sure that if they are under sun for 3 to 4 hours, so that they can get enough battery backup and they can also add an option of having an additional umbrellas or something so that people can come and stand over there. This is a short video we just want to play and then we'll go further on case studies. Yeah, this was done in Karnataka. There is area Shimoga, where the user had earlier they were using a diesel operated machine, and then we replaced it with a solar driven sugarcane juicer machine. So there are a few case studies where people how they had using these models. This was actually a street cart model where one of end user Prakash from Mangaluru who started this business as a new, and he found that there is a local demand, and he carries this street cart to the nearest melas, whenever there is a festivals happens or even nearby bus stops, theaters, and he used to sell the sugarcane juice, which is actually easy, bit compact and easily he could able to, we don't need additional labor at all. One person could able to easily handle this and able to carry and do the juicing. In terms of solution financing, I think we will deep dive into all the financial models for further slides. There's other user, an example, Raja Baksa from Karnataka. So he actually he's actually having already like that diesel regular auto, and where he placed all the machine and solar panel on top of auto itself. So only thing is that certain cases, if it is a mobile, we need to think of that investment. If it is a multi-purpose, or they have to figure out what is the most feasible solution for them, and based on that it can be integrated as per their need. So this even Rajapaksha also usually they find there are always there will be melas, there is popular places. He used to go there and sell the juice. Yeah, so we see the roadside. This is also from Karnataka, one example, Jairatna. So earlier they were like, always when we go out city outskirts or roadside, we see the diesel operated sugarcane juice extractors. So earlier, Jairatna was actually using a diesel operated machine, and it is actually open place, and she is having a small petty shop beside that. We introduced this solar operated, juicer machine, and where it actually comes with one single panel, can run throughout the day, 100 to 150 glasses easily they can able to do. So the panel is on top itself. We had inserted, and batteries are below that machine. Yeah, you can see that in the picture. She is like a single woman, and she could easily handle the whole day business. Again, so every day, she's saving 100 rupees on diesel. Before she was spending every day 1 liter diesel every day. If she could able to save 100 rupees a day itself, if you calculate in a month, which is around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees, she could just save the diesel cost itself. So if you can able to invest that same as an EMI, if you're buying entire, the solarized solution, so actually she need not even invest additional thing at all. So it's same that 3,000, 3,500 if she could be able to invest on the EMI for the entire, the mechanized solution. Within 2 to 3 years, she could able to actually, get entire, the investment and, EMI can be, the break even can be done. We have two end users who are one of champion users from our network where we implemented solution with them. Mr. Sailesh and Radha. So I would request Kavita or Markesh could take us through the end user voices and we'll listen from end users how they are using and what is the insights on the solution. Okay.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಧು. ಶೈಲೇಶ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸರ್, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನ ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಹೆಸರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ತಾವ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಾವ್ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಆಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಮೇಡಮ್, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶೈಲೇಶ್. ಹಲೋ.
ಹಾ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಶೈಲೇಶ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನನ್ನ ಊರು ತುರ್ಕುಂದೋಣಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನಾನು ಮನೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮನೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹೇಳಿ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
ನನಗೆ ಶುಗರ್ ಕಾನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವು. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಚಲೋ ನಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ನಂಗ.
ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ
ಮೇಡಮ್? ಇಡ್ಲಿ, ವಡ, ದೋಸೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಾವು. ಮೇಡಮ್,
ಈ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಇಡೋದಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಾ ನೀವು?
ಹೌದು ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಾನು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇದ್ರು ಅವಾಗ?
ಅವಾಗ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ನರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ಲು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹುಡುಗ ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನನಗಿಂತ ಸಾಮಾನುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಾನು ಹಾಕಿನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಇದು ಬೇಕಂತ ಹಾಕಿನಿ.
ಏನು ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮೆಷಿನ್? ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಲೆಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು?
ಹೌದು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಈಗ ಅದ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನೆಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಚಲೋ ನೆಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಗ. 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂದ್ರೆ 400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಹೋ, ಓಕೆ. ಈಗ ಕಬ್ಬನ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ದಿನದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾರಬಹುದಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅದು ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಬ್ಬು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಜನವರಿ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿಯಿಂದ ಚಾಲು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಜನವರಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿಯಿಂದ ಕಬ್ಬು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ ಸರ್, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು.
Hello everyone. So the end user name is Shailesh. He is from Raichuru. So basically earlier he was doing a hotel business like selling idli, vada, dosa in a Raichuru small village. So when he came to know that Gram Panchayat, our team having 14 and 15 finance commission, under that he approached Panchayat and applied for a sugarcane juice machine. So basically since he has a hotel business, it will be adding as another livelihood for them. So like that he started using a sugarcane machine.
ಸರ್, ಶೈಲೇಶ್ ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಇರೋ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಕಪ್ ಇರುವಾಗ್ಲೇನೆ ನೀವು ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅದು ಇಲ್ದೇ ಇರೋ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನೋಪಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ನೇ ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹೌದು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹೋಟೆಲ್
ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸುಲಭ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹೇಗೆ ನಿಮ್ ಇದಕ್ ತರಬೇತಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ.
ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So since he has a hotel business, during the summer season there is a lot of potential for the sugarcane juice in his surrounding area. So every day he is going to earn like 200 rupees. Like he invests 400 rupees on a sugarcane machine. Overall he was earning like 600 to 800 rupees per day on a summer season.
ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಪ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೀಟರ್ ನೀವು ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು?
ಡೈಲಿ ಒಂದು 30 ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
30 ಗ್ಲಾಸ್. ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಮೇಡಮ್
10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಕಬ್ಬು ಈಗ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ತರ್ತೀರಾ?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಂತರ ಟೈಮ್ 200 ತರ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ 400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಒಂದ್ ದಿನಕ್ಕ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದ್ ತಿಂಗ್ಳಗ?
ಒಂದ್ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 200 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಒಂದ್ ದಿನ 200 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ.
So basically every day the end user procures 200 rupees of sugarcane. So daily he processes sells for 10 rupees. So earning like 3 rupees or 3 rupees. So if he minus like raw material cost of 20 rupees, so he's earning 100 rupees as a like another value.
ಶೈಲೇಶ್ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳು ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದಿದೆಯೋ ಸೀಸನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಖರ್ಚು ಕಳೆದು ಇಷ್ಟು ನಂಗೆ ಬರೀ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂದಾಜಾಗಿ?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಒಂದು 5,000 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
So
5,000
so
5,000 ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. 5,000 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ.
yeah, basically the end user is telling like every month he's earning approximate 5,000 during this season. Some season like where like some season like less amount. Then during the high demand that time like above 5,000 also is earning. So average he is telling every month 5,000 he is earning.
ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಈ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಿವಿ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಶುಗರ್ ಕಾಯಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗ ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಖರ್ಚು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ದು. ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಡಿಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಗರ್ ಕಾಯಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಾಯ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ಆದಾಯ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಮ್ಗ.
Yeah, the end user is like giving a feedback on like along with the hotel business, he can earn like he can use sugarcane juice as a another livelihood to like increase his profit. So yeah.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಶೈಲೇಶ್ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ನೀವು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಧು.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, as Shailesh said, I think so sometimes the seasonal effect is there. People has to make sure that okay, if they don't have some of the the demand minimum certain units. He said 5,000 only he's earning. So ideally, he's actually doing minimum capacity. Somewhere we need to make sure that unseasoned some other food juices we have to integrate and increase the profit levels. So yeah, that I would just want to add on. One other end user, Radha, I think we couldn't able to reach her. Yeah, she's also similarly doing 50 to 100 glasses juice. Last 2 years back, she started this as a business, and we I think we have you able to reach Radha by any chance? Yeah, okay, fine. We couldn't able to reach. Apologies. Yeah. Yeah. So we have one of the top manufacturers from Gujarat, Nachkita Engineers. I would request Harshkesh to just share on the enterprise profile and in terms of the technologies, in terms of implementation service. I would request Harshkesh to share insights on the manufacturing end. Uh, is Harshkesh joined? Can you please check this? Give us a minute, sir. Okay, fine. I think manufacturer will be joining in a while. I think we can continue, and by the time he joins, and we can get back.
Yes, yes.
So in terms of ecosystem, what we're talking about to start this business, we need to make sure that right financing and the feasibility of the business. Randomly it is not that okay. So sugarcane is very well demand is there. I'll start. It's not like that. We need to understand the local context. What is the demand? Whether sugarcane is available throughout the year. What is the what other businesses we can integrate into that so that we can mitigate the seasonal effect and marketing in terms of where we can find more demand for the juices. It can be integrated in a grocery shop, can be in a small petty shop, or even as Shailesh said in a hotel. It's not like it can be full time or it can be as an integrated solution as well. In terms of technology, what is the right technology that can long last and also a sustainable way that we can have a practice. So the feasibility, moreover, so when we want to, as we understood that entire ecosystem, okay, can I able to at least do? There is a time minimum capacity that we should do to have that financial viability. So if you are not reaching that minimum capacity, again, we will end up doing losses. So somewhere the we need to understand local context whether can I able to do minimum 50 classes or not, so that I can earn 5,000 rupees a month. So the people who want to either start a new for this business, make sure that you have that right ecosystem, the proper demand, supply chain. So some areas what we found, Karnataka mostly certain most of the areas we have a supply chain for throughout the year sugarcane supply is there, where the distributors itself come to the cities or different areas and they distribute the cane. But yeah, so where some regions, the seasonal effect will be there, they don't get that supply chain. So like maybe I think mostly 2 to 3 months, I would say that the seasonal effect impact on the business. But yeah, we should find the proper distributors who can be able to give supply the sugarcane throughout the year. And again, the working hours as well. Some people don't even mind working Sunday. We will find Saturday, Sundays, all the days. But yeah, so how many days are we working, and what is the time shift? Where are all the spots that we mapped out? Those are some of the factors we need to know that will impact on the overall business and profitability. And in terms of investment, I would say whether the major thing is on the missionaries, what level of missionaries that we want to integrate. Whether it could, there are, as we said, there are a lot of other technologies, but based on our business capacity, if you're only doing 50 glasses, are we able to do 300 glasses, or do we really require a peeler machine or not, or do we need a refrigerator or not? So we need to do some sort of analysis on the business, and then we need to invest on the technologies. So these are the 4 or 5 different technologies what we're talking about, mainly in terms of investment for the machineries. And then the space, whether it is a fixed or a mobile unit, that matters on the investment. So if you already have anyone have a shop, and it is easy to just integrate the sugarcane machine and solarization in the shop itself. Or if it is a mobile, we need to think of whether it is a street cart, whether it is auto, or it is a tractor, like what is that. So based on that, that mobile thing matters on the investment. So we saw there are users who had replaced the diesel engines and added this mechanized solar driven sugarcane juices in the auto, Tata Ace, even the electric EV vehicles, some of where they integrated solar panel mission together, and they can easily go anywhere and do the business. So so that's what, like, we need to understand the right working space and where it can be integrated, or how, like, what is the compatibility for the user to start this business. Then labor, in terms of working, depending on the labor, mostly these businesses can be handled by a single people. Like, we don't need a labor at all. But extremely, if we want to set up a juice shop with integrating all the fruit juices plus sugarcane, definitely I think there might be it should be a proper juice shop model where we might need a one person help to handle all the activities. And then at least to start this business, we should have a water input, to clean the cane, wash, cleaning, and all that. Make sure that it maintain the hygiene. In terms of transportation, most of the cases the sugarcane comes near to the locations, but certain cases where the distribution channels were not there, people has to invest additional on the transportation to get the raw materials and all. Yeah, mostly input material will be sugarcane, and here that we know that these are some of the utensils, so that is required to start this business. In terms of registrations, mainly to start this business, I think we this is very small retail business. We I think we don't need a lot of registration central. With them, basic with them registration itself would be fine. uh, yeah, in terms of marketing, as we were talking about, so wherever the area we could, first thing is we should look at, what is the most compatible model. It should be a petty shop or grocery or hotel, or, either it could be full-fledged juice shop model. So that will, and where it is located, whether it is a prime location or is it so much crowd or nearby bus stops, the theaters. So, we need to understand the aerial view and where that the customer footfall is more. And it could we can do some sort of Google locations. Usually people, if I want to know sugarcane, if I want to have a sugarcane juice, I may search in Google map, okay, where is the nearest sugarcane juice shop, or fruit juice shop. So I can easily identify, and I can go there and have something like that. We can also create some sort of Google business, their locations. And then a lot of people do some sort of some sort of uniqueness. Let's say, okay, uh, there was one of the user who do sugarcane juice by adding lot of other fruit juices into it. Like, sugarcane juice plus pineapple juice he adds a little bit, or some other, pomegranate juice he add. It's a kind of uniqueness so that we can attract, more customers, and that unique taste, people can experience. And there are people who add ice creams into it, and there is, in terms of cost also slightly, they can get higher margin. So somewhere we need to think of what is that uniqueness of our business, and what kind of different, we can diversify the juices so that we can attract more customer footfall in the region. So in terms of the training, if we want to talk about, mostly I think a day, 1 or 2 day training is mostly sufficient, because all the machineries, if you see, it is like very easy. One person easily could able to handle this. Yeah, I mean, so even manufacturers do give training. There are some of the champions who we can go there, and if we can observe it itself, we can able to learn easily. Max, so 1 or 2 days required to get a more insights on operating of all the equipment, or even maintaining the flow. The that any we do not require like super skilled people, but yeah, so we can easily learn in a day or two. So these are the some of the packages we made, mainly like people. The idea is we were integrating sustainable energy in terms of solar energy. We're integrating with technology, and then we made this as a benchmarked solution. But there are people who want to have the only machine, or do you want to have a sugarcane juice extractor plus refrigerator as a combo, or even peeler plus machine as a combo. We had made some of the packaged models where it can be integrated as a packaged solution. We will be sharing this deck with all of you, and you can also refer what is the estimation. This is just an indicative estimation that what would be the cost of the solution, how much investment we need to do on the combinations, and then based on the package, again the quantities and business models, everything will changes. Even the solar integration, the capacities, all will matter based on what is the user requirement. Moreover, I would say here. So in this, I would request my colleague Pooja to take us through on the business models. We have, as we said, around four packages, like only the machine plus, there are 100, 200 glasses, and where sugarcane machine plus refrigerator integrated, and then there is a mobile unit, what we had spoke about. Uh, Pooja,
Madhu,
could you take over? Yeah.
Madhu, 1 second. We
Mm,
have a vendor in our call.
mm.
So can you able
Sure,
to?
sure, 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 sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Nachikita Engineers from Rajkot, Gujarat, one of the largest suppliers of sugarcane juice machines. Yeah, so I would request Rishikesh to share your insights on the manufacturing end.
हेलो सर, नमस्ते नचिकेत सर। ऋषिकेश सर, प्लीज आपने आपके कंपनी के बारे में थोड़ा बता दीजिए।
जरूर। जिंगानी है। मैं नचिकेत इंजीनियर्स कंपनी का ओनर ही हूँ। और हम ये मशीन जो है सुगर केन जूस मशीन 8-10 साल से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हैं। और हमारे पास दो मॉडल्स अवेलेबल है, 0.5 HP मॉडल है और एक 1 HP मॉडल है। दोनों में बहुत सारा डिफरेंस है। जैसे कि मिनी मॉडल है वो 1 घंटे में 300 ग्लास जूस बनाता है, और जो 1 HP मॉडल है वो 1 घंटे में 600 ग्लास जूस बनाता है। और जैसे कि बिग मॉडल जो है एप्लीकेशन वो हेवी होती है, जिसको रोजाना 1000 ग्लास का जूस का रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती है, उसको हम बिग मॉडल सप्लाई करते हैं। और दूसरा बात आपको बताऊं, हमारा जो मशीन का क्वालिटी है वो टॉप क्वालिटी है। और इसमें जो 0.5 HP वाला जो मॉडल है ना, जो जितना आउटपुट देता है मशीन, वो पूरा वर्ल्ड में सबसे पहले ऐसा आउटपुट देने वाला मशीन हम सबसे पहले मैन्युफैक्चरिंग किया है। और अब तक हमने तकरीबन 3500 मशीन सेल कर चुके हैं अब तक। और हमारा ऑल इंडिया सर्विस है। और अपना जो मशीन है उसका जो ड्यूरेबिलिटी बहुत बहुत ज्यादा होती है। मतलब एक बार हमारा मशीन आप परचेस कर लेते हो तो इसके बाद आपको नया मशीन परचेस करने की रिक्वायरमेंट्स नहीं होती है। आपको वही मशीन रिपेयरिंग होके नया जैसा हो जाता है रिपेयरिंग होने के बाद।
यस सर।
थैंक
अच्छा
यू।
सर, थैंक यू सर। मधु सर, एनी क्वेश्चन
Uh,
सर?
yeah, yeah. So, sir, can you share how many missionaries as of now you had supplied and where are all implemented, and what general service issues that no general maintenance that we need to do, or any service issues that usually arises?
हेलो
हाँ
Can
जी,
you?
जी क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
प्लीज आपने ये बताओ कि अभी तक आपने कितना मशीन सिम का सेल किया है, और जनरली सर्विस का कौन सा इश्यू आता है, इसका बारे में थोड़ा बता दीजिए। और जो भी इश्यू आएगा तो कैसा सॉल्व करते हैं आप लोग?
देखो, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको बता दूं कि हम अभी तक मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया कि 3500 तकरीबन 3500 मशीन हम सेल कर चुके हैं अभी तक।
यस सर।
और दूसरी बात आपको बता दूं मेंटेनेंस के रिगार्डिंग, हमारा जो मशीन है ना 0% मशीन 0% मेंटेनेंस होता है इसमें मशीन में। तो डिपेंड करता है यूजर के हिसाब से, यूजर कैसे उसको मशीन को यूज करता है इसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि मेंटेनेंस कब आएगा। ऐसे रफली यूज करता है कस्टमर कोई भी मशीन तो समझ लो 4-5 साल में उसको सर्विसिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी। और बाई चांस मशीन में कुछ फॉल्ट आता है तो भी हम उसको फॉल्ट के जरिए उसको गाइडेंस हम देते हैं, प्रोवाइड करते हैं गाइडेंस। और अगर किसी कस्टमर को माइनर फॉल्ट है तो हम उसको पार्ट्स सप्लाई करके वहीं बैठे लोकेशन पर लोकल मैकेनिक के थ्रू ग्राहक अपना मशीन जो है रिपेयर कर सकता है। अगर कोई मेजर फॉल्ट है, पार्ट्स में प्रोसेसिंग करने की जरूरत है, तो ही हम उसको फैक्ट्री वर्कशॉप पर मशीन मंगवाते हैं, पिकअप करते हैं वहीं से। और वो भी हम दो डिलीवरी सर्विस हो जाती है, पिकअप और ड्रॉप की दोनों सर्विस मशीन में।
ओके सर, थैंक यू, थैंक यू सर। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन सर, मधु सर?
Yeah, yeah. I think we had covered.
या
Yeah, thank you, Mantash.
यस सर, आप ऐसे लाइन
So,
पे रहिए सर।
Mantash. So, I mean, and Selco Foundation actually implemented more than 300 plus units as of now across all the states. And what we observed specifically in terms of service issues, I would say, there are some cases customers reported that, bearings got loose or, bearings broken, or, they uh, some cases, there was a certain the rollers got affected. So, but yeah, so there is a service for these missions, and we could easily get any spare parts or any components that spoils. The vendors could able to supply, and which can be done locally by any technician or any mechanical people. Even if they are skilled, they can easily do. Or even vendors could able to guide through video call and suggest how to fix that. And as he said, there are different capacities, half HP, 1 HP, 2 HP. It all depends on what is our requirement and, how much production that we want to do. Based on that, we can choose the model. With this, I would request Pooja to take us through the business models. And yeah, okay, Pooja.
Yes, thank you, Madhu. Hello, everyone. I'm Pooja, and I'll be walking you all through the business models for sugarcane. So, as Madhu said, these are the four sugarcane machine variants. The costing ranges from 1.2 lakhs to around 3 lakhs. And given 14% interest rate and 3 years tenure, the EMIs will range from 4,000 to 10,000. So there are government schemes and government loans that can be availed for these solutions. That is a PMFME scheme where there will be credit linked subsidy of 35%, and the interest rate will range from 12% to 15%. And then there is a MUDRA loan with lower interest rates, which will be around 9% to 12%. Yes, next slide. So now let's look at the business model for the first machine variant, which can do 100 glasses of cane juice per day. And yeah. So if the entrepreneur works for 25 days and if he's able to make 100 glasses of cane juice per day, which will be sold at 20 rupees per glass, he will be earning a revenue of 50,000 per month. And then after accounting for all the costs, he'll end up with the profits of 24,000. So the working capital needed to run this business will be around 24,000 every month for the cane, for transport, and for the glass, for all of these expenses. Let's look at the break-even contribution and costs that will come into this business. So if the entrepreneur is making a revenue of 50,000 by selling 2,500 glasses of juice at 20 rupees, his monthly fixed cost will be 2,600. So this will be including the EMI for this specific machine variant. And then the contribution per unit will be 10 rupees, which means 50% will be the contribution, and then 50% will be left for his fixed costs and profits. So to break even, he has to sell 250 glasses per month, which will give him the revenue of 5,000. And then the payback period, given this business model, will be within 6 months. So Madhu will now walk you through the vendor list. Over to you, Madhu.
We have actually suppliers all over India, and there are a lot of vendors who are able to supply the machineries. We had listed out some of the suppliers whom we already interacted and implemented the units. And here you can find there are 6 suppliers were there, and but yeah, so there are even more based on the state. But yeah, we can share all the information, contact details, email IDs of machinery suppliers. These are specifically on the machinery part, like the juicer or mobile unit, or the refrigerator, and that isn't here, but that easily can be find in market anywhere. And we also have the business model Excel sheets, how we calculated how the EMI the value, and all of you can also download the Excel sheets from here, and you can able to understand how much investment how much EMI minimum we need to pay, and how much minimum this many classes we must do so that we can reach at least EMI, so that the business shouldn't go under loss. So uh, we will wait for if any audience, if anyone have any questions on, uh, and I think like you can message in the chat box and we can able to answer the questions. Yeah. So there was one question: what are the business options available for a non-season period when sugarcane isn't available? So yeah, and that's what if we should integrate some of the fruit juices, what is usually available along with sugarcane. It can be an orange, pineapple, certain fruit juices can be integrated, and they can add a mixie, or even the manual squeezing tool, which is already integrated in the mobile cart. It can again the people has to make sure that where they can able to get a continuous sugarcane supply, because some of the regions I could see throughout the year sugarcane is grown. Some regions where the supply chain will get affected, but yeah, so you need to make sure that what other businesses can be integrated. As we've seen some of the cases where people using this as a secondary business, where primary is like a grocery shop or petty shop, and this become like a secondary one, so that it will not affect the seasonals on their entire business thing. And other thing, like what is the customers cater to while selling juice? What is the type of customers cater to while selling juice? I mean, the type of customers will be very variant. Like it can be so if you look at the open, like every case, either it could be hotel, it could be petty shop, it could be nearby a bus stop where people can able to carry the mobile unit, or it could be theater, or it could be melas where they can able to carry. So the customer uh, thing will change according to the region and the area. Any questions? You can write in the chat box. We can able to answer. Okay, so do you have any technology for jaggery powder? Yeah, so basically, jaggery making process is completely different than the retail juice making, where the jaggery processing required a huge capacity. Like we do have, but we didn't work on very deeply on the jaggery processing. We are exploring the possible small scale solutions where people could able to produce the jaggery. But yeah, so there are a lot of suppliers in Gujarat where the jaggery making is being done. And usually, what happens, the jaggery plants required higher, what we say that, that extraction thing. Like, when we're talking about retail, we were just extracting, 250 or, 300 or 500 or, maximum 1,000 glasses, I would say. But which is equivalent to around 200 liters. But when it comes to the jaggery making, the plant capacity matters based on what is the expected production and all. But there are different technologies. We can share some of the market research that we have done on jaggery extraction. So one of user asked a question: is there any health benefits communicated while selling juice? People do advertise, sugarcane is a natural juice, healthy, lot of, good for health, it contains iron, zinc, some of the benefits. I saw one of even the mobile unit, which has the list of benefits for health. What is the vitamin profile? That things were there. Yeah, I mean, this will also give the customers that what is the benefit of having natural juice instead of consuming a lot of sugar content and all. But yeah, this is a natural sugar, and yeah, I mean, usually it is very good for health. People do advertise in that lens. is there any special design for PWD beneficiaries? Uh, the uh, the people with disability, there are certain limitations. Even if a PWD person can able to at least actively use his hands and operate the machine, then I mean we can easily adjust the height, how the sitting posture. Even person sitting in a wheelchair would able to easily handle this business. It's not that super difficulty, but only thing is we need to make sure that ergonomics are in such a way that okay, sitting in a wheelchair person could able to access the machinery and serve the juice. It is possible. We had done the same technology for dwarfism people, wheelchair access people, some of the partially polio affected people, because we do not need a lot of drudgerous thing to just crush the cane and all. But easily if we insert it, person can able to which can automatically extract the juice in that smaller machine. But only thing is they should make sure that okay, they are sitting in a proper posture. They can able to access the all the amenities, like when they are pouring the that utensils, or that there might be little bit help needed in terms of cleaning, or if they have a caretaker, it is easy to look at this. But yeah, it is possible that PW persons, this is compatible, they can able to handle this once if we set that entire workspace bit accessible way, so that PW person can able to handle this.
I think there are no more questions, Madhu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Since there are no more questions coming in, we'd like to close today's session. We will be sharing the PPT that was presented during the session, as well as resources that you can refer to later on uh, while going through certain projects. Sorry, there's just one question that is coming now. How much maximum production per day is possible in the machine?
So yeah, I mean, I can answer. So
Yes.
as we said earlier, it depends on the user. They can do 150 to 300 possible. That much maximum capacity packages were there. Beyond that, also, if they have a demand, still mission has a capability to do. It's not that okay, we designed 100 and they can only stop after 100. Not like that, but still it has an excess capacity. They can still do up to 150, 200, based on their demand. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madhu. I think there are no more questions now. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. We'll be sharing all the resources soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.